All right, welcome to another episode
Yes,
of
he
Still in
is.
Q. What? Am I okay? Am I
Take
fixed?
two.
Am I good?
You know, you just run
Oh,
around,
yes.
derp derp. You're derping it around.
All right, well, welcome to the second episode of Still in Q podcast. Darth Father here with Kid Gannon,
Uh-huh.
um, Dandy over here, this guy,
Ahoy.
and Grail.
Yes, I
All
am
right,
here
so
again.
but right here.
Where have you hosted us today?
What's the name of this game again? The Elder Scrolls
Dandy.
Online.
Oh,
Dandy.
Oh, come on.
We're here at Dandy's casa.
yes. I'm happy to have you. My very large but very otherwise empty home, except for this room.
It's okay. It's better than what the hell I got.
All right.
All right, so one of the we got a couple topics to go over today. One of the main ones we're going to start off with, if I can pull it up, is the recent state of play.
Yes, the state of play.
hmm
All right, so we got a couple games that were shown. We have the Final Fantasy VII DLC that's going to be coming out. Deathloop, the new game, Kena.
Kina, yes.
Kena, Bridge of Spirits.
That looks good. Oddworld, Soulstorm. They did the first gameplay reveal of the new Five Nights at Freddy.
Mhm.
Security Breach, Solar Ash, and Knockout City. Did you guys have anything that piqued your
Mystery.
interest more than what?
I mean, the one that I'm most excited
Mystery.
for is Kina. I think that the game looks.
Agreed.
Oh, load
Beautiful.
more. Yeah, you're right. Let me load some more. No, there's no.
Sifu,
Oh, Sifu
Returnal,
also, yeah.
Crash Bandicoot 4.
Oh, yeah, that Sifu game looked pretty cool.
What is it?
You fight the one where you're
Sifu.
fighting in the hallway, I guess.
Oh,
It was
Sifu.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
Sifu
yeah, I
does look
remember.
tight.
I don't see it up here though. That's weird.
It's very kung fu-ish.
Yeah, it kind of looks where you die and you learn something and you come back and do it again. What is that called again?
I'm like,
Deathloop.
Reincarnation.
yeah.
That's the other. That's the other game. Though.
A roguelike game. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, good God. All right,
Yeah,
so
I think Kina is definitely my favorite, most anticipated, and it comes out this year, right?
oh, I got it.
Yes, in August sometime.
August.
Yeah, so Kena looked really good. I like the art style of it more than anything. I'm
It's
looking.
very pretty.
I don't know.
Very
I'm kind of
fast-paced.
looking forward to.
Yeah.
It's cut between the Final Fantasy VII DLC, where you can play with Riku, and whoever that new side character they have with her, and Returnal. Returnal looked good, but it's like a dark.
Really good.
It's anything that's Dark Souls like is just a game that I have to like play.
Who is the dev for Returnal? Returnal is the ones who did like Resogun, and Resogun was like a
Oh,
really,
really?
really fun
I
game.
really like. Yeah, that was like a PlayStation 4 launch game.
Yeah,
I never
it
played
was.
it.
It was a twin stick shooter. Really
Yeah, it
fun.
was like
I love that game.
sort of like an arcadey style game.
I was like 1 or 2 trophies away from platinum it. That
That
last
was a
trip.
really fun game.
How
Oh,
smart you?
that thing.
That's
Housemark, yeah.
Yeah, Housemark. Yeah, that's what it is.
Never heard of them as a game developer.
This is the departure from their usual, but it does look really fun.
It's described as a third-person shooter psychological horror video game. So I'll take a
Horror.
pass on that.
Okay,
Or
Third
say,
person
oh,
and-
just for y'all.
All right.
Yeah, well, basically, it's like Demon Souls, but whenever you die and you have to reland at the planet, the entire thing changes. The entire planet's changed. So enemies
Oh,
will be in
cool.
different areas and everything. So
That is a good idea on their end.
And does
Instead
that
of
come out
just
this
having
year?
Alright, I feel lonely here at the end of the table. I'm moving on.
Returnal is supposed to come out this year in April 30th,
April 30th. Oh, that's soon. Okay.
PS5. So hopefully you guys have a PS5 by then, or at least you, Mark, since you the only other one that likes horror games beside me.
Yeah, I love horror games. That's probably always the reason I would get a PS5 is Resident Evils
Yeah, I can't wait for Villain.
and Demon Souls for sure.
I need to
I'm
play
definitely
that
gonna
some
do
more. Jesus.
I can't believe you haven't beaten it yet.
I need to, man. It's hard. Like it's a lot harder than the other ones. Like, it's
That's
just
the whole point.
bro. There's like this one level when you start, it's raining and these skeletons can come spinning at you, and you can. It's not that hard to kill them, but they're fast. And then once you get past them, there's this huge demon freaking stomping around the area. I was just like, what the fuck? Like this game is way too hard. I mean, I'm gonna eventually pick it back up. And I finally killed the armored spider.
Too hard.
I don't know. Maybe it's just, I took such a long break on Dark Souls and then hopping into a Demon Souls game.
I get that.
Didn't get warmed up to it again.
Die about 49 times. That's your warm up.
Did anybody play the original Oddworld PlayStation?
I've
No.
never played any of them.
No.
I just
Yeah, those games
remember.
never spoke to me.
This
just
is like
remember
the
it
10th
as
time
the-
they showed us this game too.
Well, I mean, I played some of the original, not enough to beat it, but the most thing I remember doing in that game was burping and farting the entire time. Like I always got my people killed. I didn't understand the concept of the game. I was still too young. I know I've played. I mean, and the way that the new one is, it's the play style is exactly the same. It hasn't changed. Looks good. Looks even better.
Yeah.
So, like, what is the whole purpose? Is it the same
So,
gameplay as the other games?
yeah. So the purpose of the first one was you were trying to escape this factory from from this guy, this evil villain. You're trying to escape out of his factory, and you were saving your people as you did it. This new one, I don't know what the lore is too much, but as far as like the gameplay wise, what I was seeing, the gameplay's all the same.
I don't think I was ever interested in the Oddworld, so I don't know if I'll pick this one up.
Yeah, I don't
Particularly
think so either.
Oh, I'll do that later.
Yeah.
What else State of Play had? They had.
Did you guys finish? I know X. You finished Final Fantasy, right?
No.
What?
Darth
2070.
decided to take it. You took it back and you came to my house.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Took it.
Well,
For
Danny hasn't
whatever
finished it
reason.
either. I wanted to play.
I
Well,
have
come
not
back and
finished
borrow it.
But I'll probably wait until I can get the PS5 upgrade now.
Oh yeah. You
Oh,
can.
yeah.
Oh, you know what? It sucks. I still have to have the game in to play it. Yeah, I'll let you.
I need to get that back so I can finish it.
What a great game. I mean, I don't know if anybody's ever played the original. They've remade it so
Never.
many times.
Yeah.
The original one is really good. It's kind of like playing a Persona. It's just that big and can be long of a game depending on everything you're trying to do. I feel like you've accomplished nothing in it. But it was really good. It had a great story. Of course, this one's adding to it, but it's still like a really game. X, you've been
How many
digging
hours?
in your bag for the past 15 minutes. What are you looking for in that Mary Poppins? This man's just been in there digging in that bag.
I'm going to my inventory.
Did you find what you're looking for?
just keep going. Mind your business.
How many
Um,
hours did you put into it, Dom?
The original one or this newest one?
This newest one.
Yeah.
I want to say at least 50 hours.
Oh, okay, that's not too terrible.
No,
Is
it's
that
not.
with
I mean,
doing everything? It's like
that
the side
that is
stuff?
with doing everything, but it's not. So that's doing all the side stuff, but not replaying the game to attempt to get the platinum. That's just doing the side stuff and story. I have like 50 hours.
Okay.
So, but to do like the reason I didn't even attempt to do the the platinum is because when you're in the night, like the red light district, one of the trophies is to get the girl or Tifa into each dress. So there's 3 dresses she can be in. And I think to get the other girl in her different dresses, I was like, that's just so time consuming. Like no combat. It's just you redoing something at the beginning of the game that's going to affect something later on in the game. And I was like, I don't have time for that. That's way too many. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't got
Yeah.
patience for that either. I'd just rather get through the gameplay and
Yeah.
do the side bosses and hard puzzles and everything for
Yeah.
games like that.
Well, see, if they didn't have that, then the Platinum Trophy wouldn't have been too difficult. Because they have that, and I was like, you'd basically have to replay the game like 2 more times. I mean, you can do the chapters, but I don't know if I can hop in this chapter and do this and then jump freaking 3 chapters or 4 chapters ahead, and it still counts.
Right, but with the new DLC though, they have
It's just
who's in it?
the only main character that's
Characters.
recognized in the new DLC is Riku. The guy who's there that she said, "You're not my brother." I have no idea who that guy is. That's like,
I had never seen him either.
yeah, he's one of those new characters that they're bringing in to like bring up the lore of what people are doing in the background. But I'm just looking forward to playing with Riku.
And that DLC, that's supposed to take place like during the course of the original game, not like after Final Fantasy
Yeah.
VII Remake, right?
Yeah, it's during it. So
It's like a meanwhile kind of thing.
yeah, it's kind of cool that they're doing that while we have to wait. We don't know how many years for the next one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what other games came out in State of Play? There was
What do you guys think of Deathloop? Like, how you guys feeling on that game?
It's
Say put
I
out
wanna
tons of
play
trailers for that.
You want
it's
to play
very-
X?
Yeah, hell yeah, I
I
want to
want
play it.
to. I want to play it. I don't want to pay for it.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like
That's how I feel about it. Like it looks like something that I want to play, but I don't want to pay for it.
Yeah.
I fucking play it. So it reminds me of Prince of Persia kind of.
No.
Kind of,
Yeah,
yeah.
the Dishonored games.
Reminds you of
Very
Prince of Persia? You can just
Overwatch.
get Prince of Persia.
Not Overwatch. Overdrive. Stylish. The Xbox game.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I never played it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I would. It's not my kind of game. I don't think that kind of. It's like a hunterish kind of gimmick. You have to be your hunter. You're trying to kill somebody else.
Yeah,
Assassin?
it's like one guy is trying to kill like these like 4 or 5 different targets, and then this other person is trying to kill him. But I don't know if the other person is another player or if it's a NPC.
I would say it's an NPC. I don't think it's an actual person. If that was an actual person, that'd be kind of crazy. I had to play a different story than what you're playing.
Yeah, again, not my cup of tea. I don't think. If it comes for free somewhere, maybe. But
Shit,
Like I said,
I
it's,
play it.
it's like,
Yeah.
like I said, I'd play it. I just sit down because I took off my hub. Daddy told me how to do
Well,
something. Okay,
You
sit
could
my
do
ass.
it without
I didn't sit my ass
down.
back down.
without
then
standing
do it.
up.
yeah, you could. I've done it without standing up.
No, I've done it too, but I was just like, I didn't mean to stand up, and I accidentally stood up, and you can't sit back down because the X doesn't pop up. I think I've taken a nice that too. All right, so it was Deathloop, and so the last game, was the Five Nights at Freddy.
Oh yeah.
Mark?
Yeah.
Have you ever played any of the other ones?
Have I? No, I haven't. Well, I mean the first. Okay, I'll take it back.
What?
The first one. I played the first one. Everybody plays the first
Has
one.
anybody ever beaten the first one? I think everybody's played it. How many people actually
No, I've
beat
never
it?
beaten one of those games.
I've
I never
beaten
understood
one before.
I never understood like how you survive, or you just sit there and
I
get freaked
just
the fuck
keep
out.
your eye on them. I think you're supposed to keep your eye out on them.
Yeah, I think
You have to like
it's like
close
security
doors.
cameras. Yeah.
You also have to conserve power.
My thing is, how did that game become such a kid friendly game that kids can play it?
Oh, I have
I
no
never
idea.
understood that. I was like in Universal Studios. This is when me and her first got together before she got pregnant, and we're walking, and all you see on the booths, like right there before you walk into either Universal or Islands of Adventure, is nothing but Five Nights at Freddy stuff, and parents are just buying them for their kids, and they're showing all the sharp teeth and blood.
Yep.
And I was like, since when was this a kid friendly game? I
It
couldn't
is
have.
a kid craze. I don't get it either. Like it.
Okay,
oh,
so You,
scary
you
ass
say
game.
you say that because you know all the blood and gore and everything. It's out there and it's being sold at like Disney and shit. But you have people wanting to ban GTA over the uh, the criminal activity that goes on in the game.
Like
But it's
that.
all right to buy like bloody, gory toys and shit.
Yeah,
It's probably because people like Markiplier and PewDiePie will play it on their YouTube channels, and that they have like a big kid audience. So that's what makes it so popular with kids.
That too.
That's true.
I guess. I couldn't even see myself playing it
Anything,
as a kid.
anything those two play, it gets instantly popular.
One more game that I just saw that I did want to talk about was, did you guys see the Knockout City? I think it's gonna be free.
Dodgeball?
Oh,
Yeah, it looks
yeah.
fun.
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Oh, it looks fun,
It
but
just looked
Like,
another generic fighting. Or
I feel like it's gonna be
game.
like Worms, but I still want to play it just to play it, just to see how it is.
It's one of those free games that they're gonna have to give you to play.
Oh yeah, I definitely wouldn't pay
Yeah, I
for
would
it.
definitely not pay for that game.
yeah.
Oh,
It's free, right? It's free right now, or it's a demo right now. You can go play.
is it a demo?
I don't know.
I thought it was gonna be a
I
PlayStation
didn't think it was out
Plus
yet.
I
exclusive.
think they ask you, hey, help us out, test our servers real quick.
Maybe you can sign up for it or something.
Yeah,
Maybe I
I
have
think
to
that's
check
what
that out.
But yeah, right now, no, I'm not gonna pay for that.
Hey, no.
So I think that was it for State of Play. Like I'm clicking the down thing, and nothing else popping up. On to the next.
It was on like 30 minutes long. So
Yeah, it wasn't
Yeah,
that long.
it
They
was kind of a
flew through
disappointment.
it.
I was hoping for bigger hits, AAA, something.
What do you guys
something
think
that
was
would-
better, the State of Play or the Nintendo Direct?
Hmm. I mean, I would say Nintendo Direct just because I'm more excited about Splatoon 3. That's just me though.
Even though it won't come out for like another 2 years.
Yeah, that's true. Damn. Kina does
this
sound
man
really good.
said.
I think State of Play should at least show us at least like Horizon or one of the other like
Some
big.
God of War, right?
Yeah,
At least a
something about
trailer,
God
if
of War.
not like a cold demo. That could have been at least a trailer or something. But
Something.
Mark, you gonna sit down or you gonna just stand up the whole time?
No, my legs cramping. Let me sit. I didn't know I was standing up. I didn't know I was standing up.
Yeah, you stood in this whole
the fancy chair's free if you want to take
I-
that one for a little
I
while.
took I got really
That's the
aggressive
one.
about.
That's the one I should be sitting at
Where-
because it might look
I
better. Than this.
suppose.
How do I
guess
sit
can
down
there
without
anytime I
being in
want.
screenshot mode?
Oh,
Get
that's
out of
right.
screenshot mode.
How do you
Exit.
sit down? Triangle?
Sit down like a fucking boss.
If you're still in screenshot mode, hit circle. And that'll take you out.
Gotcha. Ah.
Now everybody's standing.
I mean, I want to be cool too. But I'm also play musical chairs.
So, all right. So we all know that Pokemon's coming out with another game, Arceus, and it's the
Is that how you
name
say
of.
it?
I don't know how you say it, Danny. How would you say that?
I think that's right. I wasn't really familiar with that generation.
Now, what are you talking about? That's this Pokemon Silver, I believe.
No, that's
That's
Diamond,
Diamond and Pearl.
Yeah, the Diamond and Pearl.
Silver was Lugia and Ho-Oh.
Okay. Oh yeah. Well, all I know is I seen Cyndaquil, and I still remember watching some stuff about Cyndaquil because I played
Yeah,
this game because he was
because-
the only one I would get.
Yeah, they like chose the 3 starters from 3 previous generations. Like the grass starter is from the
That's right.
generation.
Oh, see, I thought that
one
looked
before the
weird.
current one, the Alola one, and then Cyndaquil. And
Yeah, because he was supposed to be with Totodile and
What
Bailey.
what the water one was.
Totodile.
No, I'm talking about the water one for this new game.
Oh. What do you guys think of? Did you guys watch that little trailer?
That actually looked really good. I did.
I did not
It's
watch it.
Very Breath of the
Really?
Wild like. That's why I got those
Look at it
vibes.
now.
Nah, the colors aren't as bright and vivid, but it did look good.
Yeah, I am hoping that by the time that game comes out, they'll have like a more powerful Switch on the market too, because that did look pretty rough, honestly. I mean, I know it's still at least a year out, but that game did look pretty rough as an open
Yeah.
world game on that Switch.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the open world aspect. I just hope they do a little bit more with the battling, which I feel like it'll be hard because of the mechanics. Because, I like how you just go out and throw the Pokeball, but let's say I wanted to summon out a Pokemon and just use them. Does it switch with controls of that Pokemon, or is it still kind of turn-based? You know, they didn't. It looked like it was still kind of turn based, just out in the open field randomly. But
Yeah.
I guess that's still okay.
Yeah, I
That's-
wonder if there's still gonna be like gym battles and other
Yeah.
trainers and stuff, because it's supposed to be like very early in the Pokemon like timeline, I guess.
I
They didn't
think-
give a date for this one, did they?
They just said next
No.
year, I think.
Yeah,
Okay.
it all, and it was just like a random. It didn't come out with direct. It just came out a couple days later, just randomly out there.
Because it's
And the
it's
only
supposed
reason,
to be like the Gen 4 region, but in like the distant past,
oh,
because they're using wooden Pokeballs.
I'm surprised you didn't see this first, Danny. The only reason I saw it was because of TikTok
See what
Right.
first?
about the Pokemon. You're the
I
bigger
did see it. I watched it live.
Oh, you didn't see
Come on.
anything?
No, because I forgot. I was busy.
I forgot.
And he's all over this. He got this.
Normally he's all.
I don't know. Watching
Yeah.
this
What?
trailer, it is a little weird because you're walking around out in the wild and you randomly walk up to a Pokemon and just throw a ball at them, kind of catch them. But then there's other scenes where you're battling. You don't see another trainer. It just seems like another wild Pokemon.
Oh yeah, I don't think
I
you
want-
saw another trainer in any of the scenes. No.
No, it was just you and the enemy Pokemon with
Yeah.
your Pokemon.
And it didn't show any health or anything when you fight the other Pokemon. I mean, the way he
Yeah.
just throws the Pokeball out there and it catches him makes you just like, do I even need to battle? Can I just smack him upside the head with this and hope to get him? You know?
Yeah.
Because the
I mean,
one
it
he
says
caught, I was like, you know, you would have did some damage to it to just catch it.
But
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they ain't gonna just
22.
sit there.
Yeah, exactly.
22.
22, early 22. So we'll see if they show us more by the end of the year.
Yeah, there'll probably
Well-
be more later.
Well, that more powerful Switch should be out by then because I know there was. I don't know if there's
There's
rumors
been rumors
or
about it, but they
talks.
haven't.
Yeah. There's always rumors.
I think they're
Maybe
gonna
that'll
do
be
it.
like the launch game for that new Switch.
Could be. All right, so let's get to the phone anthem. Let's get to this. Let's get to this
Oh, y'all must have heard
monstrosity.
something. Y'all must have heard something I haven't heard.
They're not gonna fix it.
Yeah, they're done with it.
They're
Yes.
like
No
they're
revamp.
throwing it in the trash can. You know.
There were
They're keeping
Yeah.
the servers on for people who are playing it currently,
for all
but
time.
that's it.
So they just gave up on trying
Yeah,
to repair.
Basically, yeah. I mean,
Remember, I think it
They-
was like a year ago. They were saying, "Hey, we're working on it. We're making it better. We're trying to make this like a good
Yeah.
experience for everybody." And then this week they said, "Nah, fuck that."
yeah, EA pulled the plug on it.
Yeah.
They would rather them work on the next Dragon Age and Mass Effect than
Which is
Yeah, that's what-
bullshit,
that's what it was.
man.
bring that game back from the dead.
Everybody wasted all their money on that just for it to not be what we expected, and then you just pull
Yeah.
the plug. Like you don't even want to keep up with like just sending out little updates. No, just fuck it. You guys just going to play with, what we got for you. Fuck you.
Just
I
a
mean,
lesson
how
learned.
big is the player base right now?
It's probably not that big anymore.
Probably-
Let's
probably
look it up. Let's look it up
abysmal.
right now.
Like, I would get
I
on
mean-
there just so I could fly around.
I would, but
It
Yeah.
had potential. It had potential. That
had
game.
great
Yeah,
potential.
I did enjoy flying around and using the
Yeah.
powers and stuff, but it was just
Yeah.
so repetitive and boring. They didn't.
Total-
and the
total
end game
player
was
count.
non-existent.
Yeah, total player count 2,800,000. Returning players 14,000.
Oof.
Do they have current players like who's playing right now?
Yeah, that's returning players.
14,000.
Well, I mean, it just says returning players who earned a trophy in the last month. I mean, if I had to look up anything, the most accurate thing would be Steam, but Steam doesn't include like PlayStation. This one was just from someplace called GameStat. Active player count, the Anthem. Yeah, it's really hard. Like you never have a way to actually see.
We're just gonna go with it. It ain't that high because
Yeah, it's not. It's just
it
I
was
feel like
it was all
screwed-
hyped up. It was all hyped up in the beginning, and then we went out and got it, and it was fun for the first
like that other game.
20 hours.
But the other people who made what was that game called, Dandy? The outer space one.
That game.
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky.
Yeah, they did the same
Sky.
thing, but they fixed their game. Took them
Again,
2
that game is
years.
actually
Still.
really good now.
Still,
Yeah, it's
still
great.
Yeah,
They
it's
still
really
put
good.
out new updates. They just put out an update like last week or something where
Oh,
you
look.
can
That could be our
like
next one
get
if
pets and
everybody has
stuff,
it.
and yeah, you can get pets that'll do work for you and
Yeah, it's
stuff like
really
that,
cool.
I think.
I had Game Pass for a little bit there. And I wanted to try it out.
I still have Game
and
Pass.
It's really good. I had a good time with it.
I had it on PlayStation, but I got rid of it because it was still when they, like they weren't doing nothing to it. They came out with updates after I got rid of it. Fuck you guys.
It's definitely like space Minecraft.
Yeah.
I really wanted to play the horror section that they added to it. Dead Space.
Oh yeah.
Alien ship that you can go on, or a ship that was taken over.
Hmm.
We need to get back into that.
Well, so that's Anthem. on to the next one.
Wow.
EA screwed us over.
What's
Um,
Anthem?
That's
I
a
don't know what
bummer.
you're
That's a
talking
bummer.
about. Never heard of it.
Well, let's get to what we're playing right now. So 3 out of the 4 of us are playing Valheim.
Yeah. I am.
Valheim.
Valheim.
Yeah,
Yes.
I can't play with them because I don't have a good enough PC to run it.
What does it do? Does it
And
like
it's
stutter a lot?
It's just like really low frame rate, and yeah, it stutters a bit. I
They
just
get-
have a really old laptop to play it on.
They get you this.
Hoping to get that to you soon. I'm
rush.
enjoying this game. I think this is a surprise for me.
Like considering the art, like you
Price.
will go in the price and the art. You go in thinking like you're not gonna expect a whole lot, but it's a lot more in depth than you think. And the graphics aren't that bad. Like it's real smooth. Like how I'm playing it, it's just everything's running real smooth.
I need to come and see how it looks on your PC because on this PC I have, and even at my PC at work, I don't think it's as good looking as it can be. But
I mean, it's
once
not
I get my
good.
once I get my other PC in, I mean, it'll still look better. You know, like I have a better GPU and processor and stuff. So
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't look like this. It doesn't look like Elder Scrolls, but it does. It does have some style to it.
yeah, I
Like,
don't want it to
wonder what
look like.
Like, let's see if I can do this.
It reminds me of the
It's
game
got-
you guys were talking about last time, the other PC game.
What that is?
When you guys played as kids.
Oh,
That's not.
RuneScape?
Yeah,
RuneScape?
RuneScape.
Yeah, it's kind of it's. I mean, it looks better than RuneScape did, but it's kind of got that low res art style.
I think that's why I like it so much is because it's low res. It just takes you back to our old school days.
Yeah, I think the gameplay is also good. Like the mechanics, the way you level up instead of having a flat. Oh, you're level 35. You have to level up each of your wood cutting or your sword or your pickaxe or
I
whatever.
just wish it wasn't a bitch to get some
Yeah,
of the
that's
board.
very RuneScape.
Yeah, it is. I guess.
I need to make
Listen,
that
this-
wagon.
At least it didn't just throw you right into this middle of survival. And like you have 5 seconds to figure out how to
Like
live.
Ark.
Build a shelter, get some water, eat. Are you guys?
Yeah.
Well, nah. I think I will be playing this game for a while. I just wish we didn't have to have Mark on just for us to play.
Yeah, I'm trying to build a dedicated server so it can have so I can just keep it on and you don't have to worry about me to play.
Okay. I need to. I think I'm finally done with my house for now. I'm just gonna need to get my equipment and gear up. Get a lot of bronze.
I had a house once.
You had a shack. More of a shed.
And Dom was
But
like,
it was
"Nope,
mine."
fuck this."
X, I see you jumping on right now. He's like, I'm gonna go do something.
what now?
Talk about it. I saw you
Say what
popping
now?
up. He's hopping on it now to play. He's so sorry. Watch, he's gonna zone out from the conversation.
I ain't zoning out. I'm paying attention.
Well, the other game we're playing.
It's so long. Okay.
The other game we're playing, well, mostly me and Dandy and my lady, Outriders, because you guys haven't tried it out
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah.
I'm playing the demo for Outriders that was released earlier this week.
How is it?
How
How
long-
does it feel?
Yeah, how's it good? How's it feel?
It's great. Like, it is.
It's pretty
Um,
fun.
It definitely feels like you're playing a type of Gears of War game.
Okay.
But
Yeah, it's like a Gears of War with like the Destiny or Borderlands of looter shooting mechanics.
Yeah, that's what I would say. It's really good.
It looks very The Division. Is that like the
Yeah,
way?
that's another good comparison.
Yeah,
Division.
when it comes to shooting, it's a lot
Yeah, I
like
think the enemies have a health, a life, kind of.
Yeah,
that way.
it's a lot of cover-based stuff.
Okay.
You get
well,
little
with some of the
abilities to use.
characters, you can just run up in there and cause hell. It was hard for Danny's character to do that because he was a technomancer, which was basically a
Yeah.
necromancer with robots.
Yeah, you can throw out turrets and rocket launchers, but you can't really take a lot of damage, so you gotta stand on the back.
The trickster is like a fucking tank by themselves. Like your skills that you can use with that is one is the port. You can like teleport directly behind the enemy, and you can set off this sphere. It's a slow trap and huge. just get up and jumping around. What are you doing?
You just now noticed that thing?
I did.
You can fight it
Is
if you
this your
want.
butler? What the hell?
You got excited.
It's just like a practice dummy.
Jeez, I'm boring you that much, and just like, oh, what is that over there?
Ooh, a piece of candy.
You know, Mark, you take it over.
Go for it.
Been playing the game. I just like the different classes. I think the trickster's overpowered. Danny's playing with the pyromancer now. Now I'm playing with the devastator.
Yeah, we tried out the the third and fourth classes too. So I did the pyromancer, which is, as the name entails, like fire-based stuff. So you can like send out like a wave of fire in front of you, or you can like put like fiery tendrils out into one enemy and burn them. Or I think the last one is you can mark an enemy, and if you kill them, they'll like explode.
Nice.
So it's like, how's the story?
Funny. Man, let me tell you, your
Interesting.
protagonist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Two different
not the
perspectives. I
most
love
heroic character.
Literally.
Yeah.
In the demo, you walk into you're looking for this guy. And when you get to him, he's holding a girl hostage. And she's like, "Oh my god, I need help." He's like, "Yeah, I'm not really here for you." Just came
Okay.
to find the other guy. Kills the guy. She's like, "Oh, thanks for rescuing me." Again, I wasn't really here for you. I was like, "Yep,
Yeah.
I like this guy."
Yeah, they did some like interesting comedic moments, like where you do this one side mission where you got to go find this guy, and at the very end of the mission you like have to fight through a bunch of people to get to him, and then you like save him, and he's like, "Yeah, it's dangerous out here," and he like kills the person he was hiding with, and he's like, "Yeah, it's a battlefield. You gotta watch out," and then he immediately gets shot and killed. So this entire mission was completely useless.
Yeah, I was like, "Well, that was a waste of time," but it was funny to see. So
Okay, so it has like that Borderlands comedy to it.
yeah,
Yeah, a little bit.
that game has a lot of potential. I think it's gonna do well.
Oh shit, now that makes you wanna.
Yeah, I want to try too.
I just hate
It's
how
free, and the demo doesn't have a time limit, so you got plenty of time to play it.
on each character you can go to max level 7 and world tier 5.
Which is like a difficulty level.
And it was like what, 3 hours ish?
Yeah, 3 hours, I think.
Yeah, because that
Yeah, more if you try to do
prologue.
the different characters. Yeah, it's got a really long prologue before you can actually play with another person. That's like one criticism of it. You gotta play like for an hour by yourself at least.
I mean, if you're curious about the story and what's going on, it's good. You won't be too lost about what's going on. I just don't like how a lot of games like that are now doing 3-player co-ops and not 4-player.
I was just about to say that, yeah.
Or
Mhm.
4
What is
classes.
up with that? I don't understand that.
I
We went
feel
from
like
2 to 4 to 3 now.
I feel like it all like Apex really did that.
Maybe. It's especially weird because they have 4 character classes in the game, so you would think you'd play with four people.
Like
You got,
Destiny,
like,
Destiny only had the 3 different things, so it was fine. This one.
so you have like a long range character, a mid range character, and then a tank character and like a rogue character. So you think that's like the 4 roles you would need in the party. But
A healer would have
choose
been
3
nice.
of them.
But I mean, everybody heals themselves when they.
Well, the Technomancer's description says it's a support, but maybe the skills you unlock further down the line have a healing thing. But
Did your character heal as you shot people?
yes, I think
Okay.
they all do.
All right, so that makes it. And if you get dropped, you can revive yourself once.
Yeah, as long as you don't both go down at the same time, then you be good.
I mean, we only died twice together. So far. Other than that,
So far.
yeah. Well, it's like you'll get just enemies just thrown at you randomly. Like, I mean, we came out of one cutscene, and as soon as the screen faded in from black, I was immediately shot. Like, there was no warm up, no them coming in. They were just there already.
Yeah,
And we weren't in cover at
jarring.
all.
They just throw you into it sometimes. And when the world tiers go up, they get more enemies and they're stronger. So
That makes it more interesting, like the stronger enemies, opposed to the weaker ones. Because at some point, at least with the trickster, I feel like you can just go in there and take out like a group of them in one go. He's really overpowered. All right.
I wonder how this all works out then.
What we got? What we got? Got the top fives. Everybody know their top 5 game, or that?
I don't know about top 5.
Here you go.
You don't have a top 5?
Have a top 5.
I have I probably need some off.
Andy, do you have a top 5?
as long as I don't have to go first, I don't have to
Wait.
go down first. So I don't...
Well, it was Mark's idea, so he should go first.
You want me to go by top 5? I have it on
Starting
a
with
list
number
because
5.
number 5. It is. Alright, okay.
Like, he's sounding off like he had it ready to go. Come on.
I did. Well, I had. Okay. So it's kind of tough because I want to say The Last of Us 2 is my top number 5. And
Number 2,
but
not
Resi-
number 1.
Yeah, I like number 2. I know it's controversial. I know people hate that game, and I know people love the first one more. I just love the mechanics and the way gameplay, and it just smoothed it out. I love the way that was just. But it fights so closely with Resident Evil 4. It's hard to pick between those two. So I'm gonna say Resident Evil 4.
Which one was 4?
That was when the village.
Okay, when he has to rescue that girl.
Yeah, yep, the
Yes.
president's daughter.
Yeah, it's not zombies in there. It's just like people.
Yeah,
Okay.
I played that to death.
yeah.
When are they
What you
remaking that?
buying? That guy with the cloak. It was creepy.
They were
What
remaking
do you
that
want?
one, right?
Yeah. So what?
They were remaking that one.
Yeah, yeah.
Again?
It's coming back. It's coming back. Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I'll play
Again?
it.
Yeah. I think for
Dandy, have you played a Resident Evil? Or you not
No, not fully. I think I played an arcade version of one once
Not
on
fully?
a cruise ship when I was like
Really?
7.
Are you not a big
but-
fan of horror? Dandy?
No, I'm not a big horror fan. I play video games to relax.
I feel like Resident Evil games are way more.
Get anxiety.
That's fair.
And then he
That's a
plays
fair
Fortnite
criticism.
with me, so yeah. Or Overwatch.
I don't
Overwatch.
take that game too seriously.
Okay, Overwatch.
This one though, this one you definitely take it
Yeah,
seriously.
this one's
Look at this.
yeah.
This is good.
There's no such thing.
Yeah,
as
but I
Overwatch.
still just use it to relax. I've played it so much now, it's not really, a heart-pounding game. It's just run around,
This is just my
kill some
game.
bad guys.
That's
Just do a
crazy.
podcast.
Number 4. Number 4 is Dead Space.
Oh
Dead
yes.
Space is number 4. Two horror silver opera horrors in a row. I love it.
That is.
That just speaks for itself. It was revolutionary. In
Oh,
terms
I
of
want to say
survivor
that's
horror.
what got me into horror games. Dead Space.
Yeah, you crash land into a.
You didn't crash land. What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
No, you do.
No, you don't crash land.
You do because the ship goes into like autopilot or some shit, and
No,
I played it like 10 times.
Mark. I've played it and beat it a couple times, and I've watched both movies on it. They have Dead Space movies. The ship doesn't crash land. They bring back the marker. They bring back the marker from the planet that they're above. So the way the movie goes is they get the marker, they bring it up, but one of the aliens from the planet gets onto the transporter going back up to the main ship, and so it's the stupid flying one that creates them. So it created the
No.
yeah.
I'm not talking about the marker. I'm not talking about the ship itself. I'm talking about Isaac's ship to come fix it. They crash slash into the ship.
Oh, okay. No, they landed the first time I thought.
No, they crash. They like run right into the ship. That's how they can't fly
But
back out
at the end of the game, he gets in that same ship and flies the hell out without even
because
fixing
they
it.
fix it.
He's the only one alive. Who's they?
He's an engineer.
Exactly, but you don't come back to the ship with parts. It's just... I'm
All right,
telling
hold on,
you,
guys. I got this.
It's your favorite game, but you don't know the story. Neither one
No,
of you.
I do know the story.
No,
I
I
have
do.
all the
Okay,
games.
I'm gonna play it again. I'm gonna prove you wrong. I'm gonna play it again.
You don't crash land into
Go play
it.
it right now.
I'm gonna play it right now. I'll be back, guys.
Let it-
Give me a few hours.
All right. Let us
Okay,
know
number
next week.
3.
Number 3, Star Fox 64. That I talked about that last week. I love it.
Yes.
Number 2, Bloodborne. I
Yes.
think Bloodborne was a very eye-opening. It got me into the Souls games. It got me into that whole world.
Oh, really? I thought you were a previous Souls player.
No, I think that one was my first, and then I backtracked to 2 and 1, and then 3 came out after that. So I love that. Love the how difficult it is and how just how it beats you over the head. And then number 1, Breath of the Wild, Zelda.
Oh yes.
I think I was in a hard time in my life, and I just kind of did a lot to keep me up, and how many hours I put into the game, how big the world, how it kind of felt like a multiplayer without being a multiplayer. How people were like, "Hey, did you run into that yet? Oh man, that was fucking cool." You know, I love that. It was so cool. But yeah,
What? Just what if?
so,
That's good.
Yeah, that's my top 5.
That's why I like games. It helps you get through those hard times.
Yeah, for sure.
Another reason why I became a big gamer, just as a way to escape. All right, X, here you consider tapping away over there on your keyboard. You're going next.
Shit, is it loud? Is that loud? My bad.
I can hear it.
Oh.
You need to make me
But,
some bronze stuff.
Make your own brown stuff. You gotta go out and do the work just like we did.
I have. You seen that house? I've been doing a lot of damn work.
That's not enough work. Mark, I still need a portal.
Oh yeah, okay.
I don't have. I never really rated any of my games. I know the ones that just like I like the most. I can tell
Okay,
you
but that's your top 5.
they not in a specific order. So that's what I'm saying.
It doesn't need to be. Still just in the top
So-
5.
Watch, you
Let's
go
see.
back. You go back and look at a list of games. You're like, shit, that was a really good game too. This is
Yeah.
really difficult.
It is.
Yeah, it's really difficult.
So the way I will probably rate it is the games I keep like I will play the most and keep coming back to.
Yeah.
So Breath of the Wild was, of course, it had to be everyone's number 1 game when it came out. I bought it for the Wii U, beat it, bought it for the Switch as soon as I got it, beat it, and still.
Oh,
playing.
you had it twice?
Yeah.
How
Beat it
was it
twice.
on the Wii U? Was it rough?
I don't know where everybody got that from. It was not rough.
I
It
don't
ran
know.
just as fine.
That's what I'm asking.
While my girl was watching TV, I had it in my hand. I was playing. I was sitting there playing it.
Well, I think a lot of people were saying it was rough because it was hard. Like, it was using that console to its maximum potential, and I think it was like rough on a lot of people's consoles. The game itself, not.
Now that I don't doubt. Like it may be laggy a lot of times, but not enough to be like, I'm about to throw this shit out the window. It worked just fine.
Yeah.
But
glad I
yeah,
was
either
able-
way,
I'm glad
it's
there
fun.
was a Switch available for me to be able to buy it on this.
Let's see. Another game, Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh yeah, damn, that was a good game.
That was a good one too.
When it first came out, it was ahead of its time. Despite like not having other enemies around just for you to
Yeah.
fight, but it was the scenery, the music, and just like how expensive it was.
I always
The
thought
fights
it.
were
I always thought it was so weird how zoned out I got into that game.
It's very therapeutic. That game is. It's very pretty. You're going out there, and the creatures are not like too aggressive. You're just kind of chilling, but they're
Yeah,
difficult
they're not
at the same
evil
time.
creatures. They're just there.
Yeah, once you find out the
Exactly.
whole lore.
Yeah, once you beat the game, you're just like, damn, I feel like an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah. I totally forgot that the chick you're trying to save was his sister. I thought it was his damn lover or something. But no, it's his
Yeah.
sister.
Ew,
No.
gross. Maybe it's both.
Sicko.
Game of Thrones shit.
But that was got that, and I bought the remake of that too, so it's sitting here chilling with the collection. Let's see. Majora's Mask, another Zelda game.
I like your
But-
taste, sir. A man of culture.
The amount of side quests and how they all tie in with the mechanic of having to do it in 3 days. I don't know what it was, but when I was still in high school playing it, it was like I loved it. to
High
death.
school.
Oh, I was still playing it then too.
Was that in middle school?
Played
I
in
mean,
middle school too.
It came out in middle school, but yeah, I mean,
I didn't.
I can go back
kept
and play
playing
right now if it came out.
Like I said, I didn't play it until like later. Oh well, you guys had to play it later too because it came out in 1992 or one.
Alright, stop showing off there, Dan. By the way, that's my number 7. By the way.
Number 7. How far did your list go?
I know. We
20.
said top
I think
5.
it's
Now
20.
he's going down.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
I'd have to sit down for a while and think about that.
Yeah. Looks like you're thinking right now.
I cannot.
You gave us 3 games so far: 2 Legend of Zelda and a Shadow. Like 2 more.
Hey man, Majora's Mask and Breath of the Wild, easily top 5 for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I give it Last of Us, the first one,
Okay, yeah, that's a good one.
strictly because of how you can see the character growth over the entire course of the game between the two characters.
Yeah, it breaks
That's
your
a
heart in
sword
the
right
first
right
5
there.
minutes.
Yeah, the first 5 minutes. Ooh.
Like a gut punch. Oh, I was
Yeah.
not expecting that. This is sad.
Oh, yeah.
It's
The
not a
entire
revenge
game,
story, but damn.
The entire game, though, is the entire growth. That's some good storytelling.
No,
Yeah.
I can't wait for the actual show. See if they do
The
just
show.
I think they're
I
gonna. I
can't-
think they're gonna do it justice to 2 actors that they have. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
They have some good. Mando for one. Joel, and then
And
And
Druckmann
then,
is actually
Girl
writing
from
too,
Game
so.
of Thrones,
yeah.
who's like the only good thing about that last season.
It's true. It's true.
She had but except for the way she died.
At least she died like a badass.
She died like a
She
champ.
she died a giant picking her up and crushing her, which was a badass. I mean,
She killed the giant too.
Yeah, she did. She got with him.
Put an axe in his head.
yeah. When I saw, it, I was like, yeah, she's gonna be good.
I don't know
Oh, yeah.
none of this stuff.
Oh man, Game of Thrones,
I
man.
do need to watch it too.
Maybe I'll let you use my voodoo. I have all season.
You need to watch
Just-
DBX.
Just watch
I
like
do
the
need to watch
first
more
6
TV.
seasons and then just like pretend like make up your own ending
Yeah,
for it.
that's like 100%.
Yeah, that final season to piss you off. It's just like a lot of. It was just rushed. It was. But that's. We're swerving way off topic now.
But I'll say the last one would be y'all already know, probably Apex Legends.
You're welcome.
As much as it pisses me off, I keep coming back to it.
No WoW?
No, not WoW. Mm-mm.
Really?
It's a
That's not
curse.
in your top 5.
It's good. It's a curse. It's not my top 5 anymore. It would have been maybe 8 years ago. Cause that's when I did a lot of my raiding and I had a guild, friends, shit like that. But of course, it died out. So now no one I know plays it.
And no Smash either.
regular.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That would be number 6. So I feel like there's a lot of people out there that just a hell of a lot better than me, and I'm competitive. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta press
that would be like number 6. So.
Okay.
But I love me some Smash though. Every time
Which
Dom
Smash?
already knows.
But Ultimate's the best one now. I mean,
I think Ultimate's the best one
a
now.
lot of people are
Ultimate's the
still
best.
singing a lot of like
Melee.
yeah, Melee.
Melee.
I was just like, dude,
Yeah.
what's wrong with you? Like, have you not seen the roster of characters now? And everything's so much more fluid and stuff. But I think it's just
Yeah.
they have those melee mechanics so embedded in them
Yeah.
that they just can't get away from it because they can't carry it over because things are like faster and
Hmm.
so yeah, Ultimate's the best one.
Yeah, I give it the Ultimate. Say
don't
Ultimate
even-
then Melee.
They don't even need to make another one. They just need to just keep giving us freaking character packs. That's it. This one's just that good.
How big is that list gonna get? Over 100 characters?
Probably. I mean, I would still play the hell out of it.
Oh yeah.
Um,
It's gonna be like a Capcom versus Marvel situation.
Yeah.
all right. A nice
Alright,
list.
Dandy.
Okay, my number 5 would probably be Super Mario Odyssey.
Oh,
Ooh,
I
that is
had
a
a ton of fun playing this
great
game.
game.
It's so energetic. The music is awesome. You get to go explore all these different worlds. And then, of course, is the hat possession mechanic, which is creepy, but still, it opens up so many different like opportunities for movement and ways to. Like,
it's so crazy how two
collect
giant titles like that came out on the Switch: The Breath of the Wild and Odyssey. They got the same time.
year.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That was
They know what they were doing.
yeah, but that made everybody buy them. I mean,
Way to come in swinging.
Oh hell yeah.
perfect.
Odyssey's great.
PlayStation and Xbox what? we ain't worried about them.
Did you get all the moons, Dandy?
No, I did not have the strength to collect
Yeah.
all those moons. Yeah.
Did
There's a
anybody
lot-
do
there's
the
a lot.
dark side of the moon? Like after you beat it, you can. There's the dark side of the moon. Did anybody do that?
I tried it. It's like a really long, really difficult level,
Really?
and
Okay.
and like if you die, I mean, you got to start all the way over.
Oh wow.
Well, I tried
Wow.
it several times, but I never completed it. But I still love the game.
Dark Souls
Anyway,
person in me wants to go try it now.
I never tried it. I
Um,
was just curious if anybody else did it. I know I didn't.
No, I haven't tried it. I beat it, but I didn't get that. I didn't do that. No.
What a great game. Best Mario game out there. Mine used to be Sunshine until that.
Sunshine, really?
yes, Sunshine
Yes,
is great
Sunshine.
too.
That's a
Great.
controversial
Really?
take. Yeah, not a lot of people like Sunshine. I thought Sunshine was probably one of those.
Oh,
Oh, I love Sunshine.
Sunshine was
Oh,
better
no.
than 64.
Yeah,
Because
I'm playing it
was,
to death.
it was 60. It was the Mario
It's the
64.
Wind Waker effect, because people loved Wind Waker after Majora's Mask.
Well, I mean, Wind Waker. The reason people liked Wind Waker is because he was trying to go back to his open worldness again.
My number
Sorry.
4.
Sorry, Dandy. I apologize. That's me. This time.
This is
My number 4 game would probably be Mass Effect 2. I know you guys aren't huge fans of the Mass Effect franchise.
Just let me
but
borrow it.
To be fair,
I
yeah,
don't
I haven't
have a
played
physical
it.
copy.
Well, buy a physical copy.
Well, I'm gonna buy the digital
Hmm.
re-release in a couple months. But anyway, Mass Effect is just a triumph of storytelling in video games. Having 3 connected games where your decision in each game will affect what happens in the subsequent games, like characters that die in one game could have been alive if in the next game if you had made a different decision. And I just love the storytelling in the game. The combat is like third person shooter in a like all these alien worlds that you go to, meeting all these interesting people. And like how like the final mission is supposed to be a suicide mission, and your decisions that you make leading up to and during that mission will decide who lives and who dies and who shows up in the next game.
Looks like you're talking to me.
Why did?
Oh.
So why do you think 3 came out so bad? I think everybody said that was the worst one.
I think it's mostly because the ending of 3 is what people didn't like, is because they felt like their decisions leading up to the ending in 3 weren't really like respected, because it just really came down to like 3 options that weren't really all that different between them. I think that's what people didn't really like about it. Like they
Lazy
didn't really
writing.
stick the landing.
Two
But-
questions.
Sure.
Two questions. One, what do you think of the Dragon Age series?
Ooh.
I've
It's
only
kind of
ever
ESO
played
and Mass Effect-ish.
Dragon Age Inquisition, but I enjoyed it. But I've always preferred the Mass Effect series over. I just haven't really had a whole lot of experience with Dragon Age.
Okay.
But I'll probably
Okay.
get the next one whenever that comes out.
Number 2, did you hear of the news about Henry Cavill is leaking that Mass Effect script or whatever, or wiki or
I
whatever?
I only heard that he had something to do with a Mass Effect project, but I wasn't sure if that was
Yeah.
a game or a show or something.
Well, it's I don't know if it's true or not. It's rumored. I mean, he not leak it. He just kind of showed it. But yeah, it's supposedly Mass Effect centric.
Yeah, well, he'd probably make a pretty good Commander Shepard.
That's what I hear. That's what I hear.
So they're trying to make a live action.
Something. Maybe a show.
Yeah, probably. Hopefully a show, because I don't know if you could squeeze a story like Mass Effect into a movie,
Yeah.
even if it were a trilogy.
I mean, he did a great job with
It'd
The
be
Witcher. I like
rushed.
The Witcher.
It'd be like every other
Yeah.
game movie rushed and feel like they missed out too much stuff.
Okay, anyway, my number 3 game would be Kingdom Hearts 2. I think this is the most well-rounded of the Kingdom Hearts games. It's before like the story got so super nonsensical, with all the throwing in a bunch of like 20 different anime characters and time travel and resurrections and all this weird stuff and robots that they threw in the third game, or pretty much every game after 2. But yeah, Kingdom Hearts 2, you get to visit a lot of the Disney worlds that were beloved in my childhood, like the Lion King and Aladdin and Nightmare Before Christmas, Pirates of the Caribbean. So, yeah. And I love the combat for that game too, and the ending.
That was a really good game. I love that one. Played it to death too.
And narrowly losing to my number 1 is Borderlands 2. Got a lot of sequels on this list, but Borderlands 2 I think is almost the perfect looter shooter, because it's not loaded down with live action microtransaction stuff. It was before all that started. Just you and 3 friends can run around with choosing between 6 characters, all with different unique powers that all complement each other and feel distinct. And you get tons of guns, which all feel distinct as well, because there's like millions of variations on each gun, on all these different kinds of guns, and fun boss fights, and one of the best video game villains of all time, in Handsome Jack, who you don't even like meet until like the
Go over
very
that.
Jack, yes.
He's for the like 95% of the game he's just a voice on the radio,
Yeah.
talking shit.
Yeah.
And then but yeah, he's awesome. He's hilarious. He's diabolical. All that stuff.
I mean, the comedy in Borderlands is amazing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
He's the Joker of Borderlands.
I guess so. I think Joker's more like scary funny, not ha funny. Like,
Did you play the
hey.
Telltale game?
Yes, I did.
Jack?
That was very good too.
Yeah, I liked it.
What's that about? Is this like his backstory or something?
Yeah.
No,
Isn't it? I thought it was like when he was in
no,
office.
it's because
Mark's
it takes
been
place
wrong
after
on all
Borderlands
accounts today.
2. It takes place between Borderlands 2 and 3. So, but there is a Borderlands game that does deal with Jack's backstory. That's Borderlands, the pre-sequel. Anyway,
I think I played that actually. Yeah.
yeah. It came out after Borderlands 2, but it's set between Borderlands 1 and 2. So that's why it's got the weird name. But anyway, my number 1 game, you guys are standing in it right now.
Yeah, we all guessed
Yes.
that.
Can't tell you that.
ESO.
I mean, it's not like a revolutionary game or like any, really doesn't really even stand out from other MMOs, but I just love the Elder Scrolls universe and I love being able to play with other people. So
Who else do you play with besides us?
well, like you can like team up with people to do dungeons and stuff. And
You
I
actually
have a
team
guild
up
that
with
I'm in
people?
sometimes.
Yeah. What?
I don't think Dandy actually would. I thought he'd be in
Everything.
there solo and shit.
Oh.
Well, you for dungeons you kind of like have to do it with a group for most of them, but
Surprised you
you
haven't
can
like,
do matchmaking and stuff.
I'm surprised with the amount of hours you have in this game, you haven't come across like a group of people in here that you would play with. No.
It's just because I play so inconsistently. I'll like play for like a lot for like a month, but then I'll not play again for like 3 months. So it's just
Yeah, that's
I
true.
don't really want to like get involved with a lot of groups if I'm not going to be around all the time.
That's why you got involved with this group. We're so fucking random.
That does remind me that I did create a guild for us for this game, so we can all be in it, even if we don't like play much. I just thought it'd be fun to have a guild in here.
I feel like I'm gonna
Sign
get back
me
into
up.
playing it because it looks really good now.
Invite me.
I will after the podcast.
Yes. You can invite me too. I'll play more. Just I think you guys just don't tell us when you're playing it. That's why I don't play it. Like usually if you guys say,
Well,
hey,
I never think you're
hey,
interested, so
well, maybe if you actually fucking tried, sir, say, hey, Dom, I'm hopping on and play. You want to play? I'd be like, yeah, sure, why not? You do the
Just
same thing with
random.
Fortnite.
okay. Well, to anyone who's listening and to you guys, I am not sponsored, but if you pay $15 on PlayStation in the next 4 days, you can get this game plus like all the major expansions that they've had over the past 4 years. Not every expansion, but all the major ones.
X, you gonna spot me
$15.
15?
$15.
I pay back for
Spot
my
who
income.
Join the
15? What?
fun.
You spot me $15. I pay
15.
back with the income tax.
Excuse me, sir. You got kids, which means
Exactly.
you need more time
That's what I'm
back.
telling you. Spot me.
That means you get Vardenfell. You get. Do you get Rothgar? Or maybe not Rothgar. But you get Vardenfell. You get Somerset. You get Elsewhere. You get Skyrim.
So
So
buy
I
it
got 4
now.
days. I got 4 days.
You don't forget playing Valheim.
Just might forget.
And you also get the Warden class and the Necromancer class.
Necromancer. I'm
What is
surprised
it,
you're not all
Necromancer-
over that.
Necromancer class?
I have a Necromancer class, but it's by healer.
All right. Well, that's Dandy's list, and we saved the best for last. My awesome list. So I guess I'll start from.
Alright, that's about to do it. Let's get out of here
That's
today,
right.
guys.
It's been fun. Bye.
Fun to share. See ya.
Dicks. Grass is back here. Stay at the goddamn table and hear my tales.
Scruffy. Go
All
ahead.
right, so I'll start from 5, and when I think of my favorites, I try to think of the games that got me into playing more and more of its like genre or of its like sequels or something. So at 5, I got Super Smash Bros.
Oh ho ho.
Because that led me down the rabbit hole of why I own every single Smash Bros. Now. Super great game. 4, God of War. Such a great.
The most recent one, I assume.
Well, yeah, now, but you know, just the God of War,
Period.
just by itself, is just great. I mean,
Yeah,
that
but
story,
series
that story is driven across all of its games. Even if you go and play the PSP versions of it, it's still like adding to that lore because like one of them is you know who he was and basically like before all this happened, how his daughter died and shit, and he even had a brother. His brother was born with the like how Kratos's tattoo is. That was his brother's birthmark, and it glowed. So yeah, Kratos's tattoo is the exact same as his brother's birthmark. And it's just a great game. It's just a lot of fun, violence with a great story. Everybody loves fucking up God, so.
Haven't finished one.
Oh my God, Jesus, what is wrong with you, Mark?
Have you ever played any except for the one
Lord.
for PS4?
1 and 2, yeah, and then this last one.
Oh my God, who I'm talking to anymore? 3 would have to be Final Fantasy, and the one that really got me into them was Final Fantasy X with Titus or Titus, depending on how you want to say it. I've beaten that game. PlayStation 2, PS Vita, PlayStation 3. I think I played it on my 4. I'm always playing that one. That's my all-time favorite one. That's what kind of got me into the other ones. got me into playing 7 with the most iconic villain ever, Sephiroth.
It's a badass himself.
Batman Pajama. So, 2, like I said, it's not in any order. Would be Dead Space, like Mark, because that's the game that got me into the horror genre. Um, great, great game. I can't really remember playing any other horror games before this one that I enjoyed and finished. But this game did freak me out. I had to play with my back against the wall when I first played it.
Yes, it is such a scary ass game. I love it.
I actually beat it 3 times, and once I beat it, because you can't, I don't think you could finish upgrading like all your suits things in one playthrough, so you got to play it again. The second playthrough around though, it's like you knew where all the jumps were, and you could easily take out the monsters a hell of a lot faster. Cause you only kill them by shooting off their limbs, and let me tell you, the bitches are swinging at you.
A brilliant mechanic. Like,
It
you
is.
think, oh, I'm just gonna headshot. That's what it used to be before, up to that point.
Oh, now you gotta shoot off these freaking limbs that have razor sharp claws on the end of it to kill them. Really great game.
It brought a lot of suspense to it. I loved it.
It did, and the storytelling was really good throughout the whole entire thing. It kept you interested. It kept you wanting to see what else was going to happen, and pushed you through freaking playing it to beat it. Great game. That's what started my horror genre game and made me get more into playing Resident Evil games. Yeah, I think the first Resident Evil game I completely finished was Biohazard. And I beat that twice.
Just twice?
Biohazard, yeah. I actually beat it twice on the Xbox. Because, well, Biohazard is not like the other one. It's not like one you can just haul ass through really fast. You know, this one, yeah, it's not like 3 and 2 that were remade. It's more like how the village is. If you play the demo, it's first person. You're going through the houses and stuff. It's a really good game. You got to get it.
You said Biohazard, like one.
Yeah.
Where is it at in the storyline?
I don't think it has a placement.
Okay.
They all have
Usually they say
It does, but it's
what?
with like a random guy. I couldn't really tell you, man.
Usually Biohazard, what they call it in Japan and Resident Evil is what they call it here. That's why I'm curious if you played like a.
Yeah, I think it is Biohazard in Japan, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But my top game will always be Legend of Zelda, and of course it's Breath of the Wild because that's the best one. It's just phenomenal, great game. Amount of hours sucked out of my life at work in this game.
At work.
At work, I beat it at work. Jesus. But if I had to go to like
beat all your games at work, let's be honest.
I beat that shark game at work. Platinum did at work.
Hope your boss doesn't listen to this.
I ain't worried about it.
What the fuck?
He'll be retiring soon. But my favorite one, because it got me into the Legend of Zelda ones, is of course Ocarina of Time.
Good one.
Classic.
That had really good storytelling. It just drove me to keep getting it and playing it, and now I have so much Legend of Zelda crap around my house.
I need to get more.
Yeah, I definitely need a nice Master Sword replica.
I need to get more Elder Scrolls crap around my house. I only have 2 little dragon statues.
First, you have to get out of your parents' house, and then you can get more crap.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a diss. I mean, it's hard. You can't really like stack it up the way you want. Like, I don't even want to complete my desk here at this place because we're going to be moving. So I'm kind of not going to do the cable management because, like, what's the point? I'm going to move soon. I'm going to take all that shit apart. He don't want to have this massive collection he has to move out of his parents' house. They have an awesome game. I'll go in.
Okay, my question is, when are we gonna eat that body on the table? Is it for anybody or is it?
Just wrapped up nicely. Toasted?
I mean,
Roasted.
it's been sitting in
it-
this red light for a
it
while.
filling?
It's been keeping it warm.
Chocolate filling?
It's got some kind of filling. I think it's raspberry.
Oh, okay.
All right, well that's
Definitely
it.
red.
We've gone over an hour and 11 minutes in. We've gone over all of our main stuff. And our other side topic of the 5 game. We can use the other ones for next time.
That sounds good to me.
All right.
So,
Any last minute thing you guys want to talk about?
yeah, I just wanted to thank you all for joining me in my humble home.
Yeah.
Thanks for hosting us.
I'm definitely
It was
gonna like
fantastic.
pick this up more. I mean, just whenever you're fucking playing, just say something.
$15.
If we
$15.
are in your guild clan deal, can we come visit anytime?
Maybe. I might
Is
have
that
to
how it
be
works?
here when you do it. I'm not sure.
What the fuck is this?
I want a room in here. Where can I have a room at this fucking massive place?
There are some empty rooms, but I don't think you can decorate it. You probably have to give me the furniture, and I can decorate it for you.
This is
I'm
something
not sure. I have to look at the rules.
This is just freaking stupid big for no reason.
We just want to freeload in your
Yeah, I'm just gonna
castle
freeload
if
in
you
here.
don't mind.
Alright.
This
Let's
thing,
take
though,
damage.
this looks really good.
Yeah, it's. I guess next time you decide to
nothing
pick this
compared
one,
to-
we'll do your other house. And
So
Yeah.
next, X is hosting
yeah,
us.
X is hosting us. It seems
Okay.
like it's
That's true.
Terraria.
Maybe, I don't know.
He hasn't decided yet.
I haven't decided yet.
Well,
Fine.
It's Valheim. I could probably handle it for an hour.
I can't. It's hard for me to freaking my computer to record while I play that game.
We might play Division. I'll just
Yeah.
put it out there.
Next time we can do Valheim because hopefully I have my new PC.
We'll have a walk through the streets of Washington D.C.
I just fucking uninstalled that game to install this game. Damn it!
What you got
Jesus.
then?
Wait a minute. Don't you have like a extra storage thing?
Yeah, it's a terabyte SSD. I already got like God of War on there, Monster Hunter.
Well,
Yeah, I've got some big
you don't
titles
even play
on there.
Monster Hunter or God of War.
Um,
Right?
don't tell me about my life. I love Monster Hunter. I'm not deleting that game. Okay, that's
You can
what
still
you need.
save. You can keep your save game. Just delete the
Any of
game.
you guys have Monster Hunter?
Yes.
I do.
Have it.
Okay, that's gonna be mine. We're gonna all sit in at the pub and get fucked up. We're gonna drink at the table.
That means I gotta install this one.
Means, yeah, I gotta install Monster Hunter now.
Yep, fucking install it. Damn it, making me install games. All right, so next time it's
Well, that's still 2 weeks away.
got time. Maybe we'll go
3
monster.
weeks away.
Maybe we'll
Isn't
go
it
hunt a
Mark
monster while
after
we play it.
Xavier?
Yeah, I'm after Xavier.
3 weeks away.
Oh
Hope
shit,
you
I
guys are ready
forgot
for
all
some
about
scary
Mark.
stuff.
Well, it has to be a
Wow.
game we all have.
Or free.
Mark doesn't have to decide now, so he's got time to.
I get 2 weeks.
Yeah, you already made us buy $120 game. You guys buy another one.
Hey, I already played my $20 into it, so
Yeah, me too. I played more than 20 hours to this damn game.
Dan,
Yeah,
Loving it.
I played about. 3
Yeah, you're
hours.
playing it now. Sorry.
Hell yeah, I am. I can play 2 things at once. It's all good. So.
nasty.
Much talented.
Okay.
Alright.
Well, until next time, guys. Thank you for all joining us with Still in Q Games. Thank you, Dandy, for hosting us at your lovely, giant, empty home.
My
We
pleasure.
appreciate the little decorations you did here. Nice. And yeah, catch you guys later in Division.
Haha, yes sir.
Bye.
Yeah.
Love, peace, and hair
Peace.
grease.